trying to sway you cause I ain't got all the answers. I'm just trying to convey to you, I be taking some chances. If my shit don't pertain to you, you can check out your man shit. You ain't teach us a damn thing, you ain't give us the game. We was giving you signals, but you ain't give us a lane.
Hi, welcome to another episode of I Don't Have the Answers, but let's talk about it anyway. I'm your host, Tim the Answer Man 4, and I appreciate you being here. So, this last week, I was talking to my son, Lucas, and I told him that Saturday we're going to be cleaning up the garage, getting things straightened out. And he, 6 years old, of course, he said, "I'll help. I'll back the car out." Like, really? You can't even see over the hood. It's like, "Dad, I don't need the hood. I'm backing up. That's what the camera's for." I laughed so hard, you have no idea. And that brought me to the subject for this week's episode. Taking the time to find and appreciate the little gems and joys that pop up from time to time. I, like everyone else, has encountered some really stressful times this past couple weeks, and this year does not show any sign of letting up. Last year was tough all around, and I believe that this next year is going to be a little bit challenging as well. So I wanted to take some time to talk about finding those little hidden gems and appreciating them when you do find them. Now, when we wake up in the morning on Monday and you hit the job and you're working all day long and pressures just mount onto you, you don't really think that there's going to be anything humorous or funny or joyful during all that time. But there is, if we're just open to it and pay attention and recognize them for what they are. I happen to have a very funny 6-year-old that tends to give me all kinds of things to laugh at. And I actually take the time to enjoy those things and don't just dismiss them and move right on. Your little gems of joy might be from a loved one doing something funny or nice, or it might be from a coworker who says something like they appreciate you for the work you do or for the help that you give. And when it comes along, it's important for you not to just gloss over it, and you need to acknowledge those little gems for two reasons. Number one, we need those things in our life. The positive makes dealing with the negative so much more bearable. If we don't have those little gems, then why are we going through all of the work? Why are we putting in our sweat and tears? Number two, to those that are providing those gems and that are doing those nice things, saying those wonderful things to you, they're more encouraged to do it again if you acknowledge it and respect it. Now, I'm not saying fawn all over them for saying that, hey, good job. But it is important to let them know that you appreciate it as well. Because the next time that you do something that's amazing or that you put that extra effort in, if you haven't recognized that person for noticing, then they're not going to be so kind and they're not going to go out of their way to recognize you again. So I know it's kind of self-serving, but it helps the cycle continue. And that also means that you should look for ways that you can be that little gem of joy for someone else. It doesn't have to be a lot. When we're being bombarded from every direction with so much negativity, from political to family to work, medical. There's always so many things going on around us. Just a little bit of kindness, a little bit of a smile on your face will go a long way. I know that one of my aunts, she makes a point to let all of us know that she's thinking about us. And it has not gone unnoticed over the years, the decades. And we all have that special place in our heart that when we get a phone call from her or an email or a text message, it just seeing it there makes us smile. And I know that she's probably listening to this right now and a little bit of blush on her cheeks from this. But yeah, Aunt Carrie, we all care. We all love the fact that you look out for us. And I also get a little chuckle from some of the things that, even in joking, that other cousins and loved ones say, and they're doing their best to help to be positive and to share that positivity. I know I'm going to get beat down from my cousin for doing this, but my cousin Jeanette, she jokingly posted something on Facebook today, and it was quite humorous. She was asking just to start a conversation about something other than politics and something different. Which do you prefer in your bath towel? Thin towel or thick and fluffy? So a lot of people were commenting, and they were throwing out what they thought was best. And my little sister, she hates it when I call her little sister, my sister Suzanne, stated that she liked to comment somewhere in the middle. And then my aunt followed up with, oh, I agree with Susie. And that, of course, triggered my cousin Jeanette to jokingly say, oh, sure, go ahead, follow suit with Susie. Yeah, we all know that she's the special one. She's allowed to just get a soda out of your refrigerator without even getting permission. Now, to most people, that was like, huh, what? But in our circle, in our family, we know that there's a backstory to it. A backstory that is a couple decades old. Oh no, 14 years old. But it made us all laugh. I wasn't even with everybody else, but I know that they laughed when they saw it. So it's those little things. And I know I went down a really long path to get to the end of that story. But there's reasons for it. We need to be receptive to those little gems of joy. And yes, I know I've said it like 6 times, but there's a reason for that. I want you all to start using it and start sharing it and be the joy for someone else. We can use it now more than ever. I know that the country's been through some hard times before, but I think that this is going to be one of the toughest. And I promise that I will not ever get political on my episodes. But I just want everybody to be cognizant of the fact that there are a lot of people in this world. There are a lot of people in our lives. And not everyone is going to agree with what you believe. Not everyone is going to have the same point of view as you. But we can all use a little bit of joy in our lives. Now, it is quite possible that I'm wrong. Because I do not have all of the answers. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
The boy is off Broadway. We're watching.